The Middle East is not what the world has long imagined it to be. Above the headlines, beyond endless deserts and towering skylines, there exists another world, a hidden jewel in the Middle East, quietly beginning to reveal itself. Along the edge of the Strait of Hormuz, one of the most strategic waterways on Earth, Oman stands at a crossroads of history, where trade, culture, and survival have intertwined for centuries. But this is not a story of power. It is a story of people, of communities that have learned to live with the desert rather than resist it, of traditions carried forward across centuries, not as relics, but as a way of life. This journey is not about discovering a destination. It is about understanding how a land shaped by extremes has given rise to a culture that endures quietly yet powerfully through time. SALALAH feels like a contradiction made real. In the far south of Oman, where desert should dominate, the land turns unexpectedly green. During the Kharif monsoon, mist rolls in from the Indian Ocean. Hills soften into lush valleys, and waterfalls cascade down cliffs. Camels graze on open grasslands, moving slowly through a landscape that feels closer to Southeast Asia than Arabia. For a few fleeting months, SALALAH becomes a different world entirely. But this transformation is only part of its story. Long before travelers came for its beauty, SALALAH was known for something far more valuable: frankincense. Harvested from hardy trees that grow in the dry hinterlands, this resin once shaped the economy of entire civilizations. In ancient Egypt, it was used in embalming rituals believed to purify and preserve the body for the afterlife. In Rome, it burned during funeral ceremonies, its smoke carrying prayers for the dead. Across temples and empires, frankincense became a bridge between the human and the divine. Today, its scent still lingers in the air. And in SALALAH, nature and history do not exist separately. They rise together, like mist over a land that has always lived between worlds. WAHIBA Sands stretches across the southeastern expanse of Oman, a vast desert shaped by wind and time. Named after the BANI WAHIBA tribe, who have lived here for generations, this sea of sand extends for nearly 12,000 square kilometers, where towering dunes rise over 100 meters high. Their forms are never fixed, constantly shifting under invisible currents, reshaping the landscape day by day. In this environment, life is built on experience passed down through generations. Bedouin communities have learned how to read the desert, recognizing wind patterns, tracking subtle changes in the sand, and navigating without fixed paths. Daily life is simple but precise, moving between temporary shelters, managing limited water, and adapting to extreme heat during the day and cold nights. In WAHIBA Sands, the camel is a lifelong companion to Bedouin families, deeply woven into their daily survival and movement across the desert. More than just transport, it is an animal shaped perfectly for this environment. A camel can travel up to 40 kilometers in a single day across soft sand, and in extreme conditions, it can survive for more than a week without water. Its wide, padded feet prevent it from sinking into dunes, while its ability to regulate body temperature allows it to endure heat that can exceed 50 degrees Celsius. One of the most distinctive traditions of this region is camel racing, a practice that has existed for centuries among Bedouin communities. Originally, these races were a way to test the strength, endurance, and value of camels. But today, it serves as a cultural gathering where desert communities come together, exchanging traditions and maintaining long-standing social connections. JEBEL AKHDAR, known as the Green Mountain, rises more than 2,000 meters above sea level, where the climate shifts and the landscape begins to defy expectations. Steep mountains drop into deep canyons, and the air turns cooler, carrying a quiet contrast to the dry plains below. On this arid land, people have achieved what once seemed impossible. Lush gardens cling tightly to rocky slopes, forming terraces that carve life directly into stone. This is not a natural oasis, but the result of the ancient Falaj irrigation system, a network of channels that has existed for centuries. Water, scarce and precious, is carefully guided from mountain springs, flowing through narrow stone-lined canals that follow the contours of the terrain. Along these steep slopes, villages cling to the mountainside, their stone houses built into the rock as if they were part of it. Daily life follows the rhythm of the land, where tending terraces, maintaining water channels, and harvesting crops are not just tasks, but traditions passed down through generations. The falaj system is deeply woven into this way of life, shaping how people farm, share resources, and remain connected to one another. Jebel AKHDAR is also known for its damask roses, grown in small high-altitude orchards and harvested by hand each spring. These delicate flowers are distilled into rose water, a tradition passed down through generations, used in perfumes, rituals, and everyday life. NIZWA does not present itself as a relic of the past. It feels like a place where history never truly left. More than 1,300 years ago, this city stood as the heart of Oman's early Islamic world, a center not only of political power, but of scholarship, law, and religious thought. And even today, that legacy still moves through its streets. At the center of daily life lies the NIZWA souk, a long-standing tradition that continues to be preserved by local communities. This practice dates back centuries, when NIZWA served as a key meeting point for trade routes across the interior. For many nomadic families, this is not just a marketplace, but an essential part of life. After long journeys across harsh landscapes, they arrive here to sell livestock, exchange goods, and sustain their livelihoods. Rising just beyond the market is NIZWA Fort, its massive circular tower dominating the skyline. Built in the 17th century, under Imam Sultan bin Saif al-Ya'arubi, the tower spans over 30 meters in diameter. It was designed as one of the most advanced defensive structures of its time. From above, defenders could pour boiling oil, drop stones, and monitor every approach. Hidden passages, narrow staircases, and thick walls turned the fort into a calculated defense system. Muscat does not follow the path of its neighbors. There are no towering skylines or extravagant displays of modern wealth. Instead, the capital remains calm, grounded, and deeply connected to its past, preserving a sense of the old Arabian world that many cities have long left behind. As early as the 1st century, Muscat stood as a key trading hub linking India, Persia, and East Africa. Its strategic location made it a point of interest for competing empires, from the Portuguese to the Ottomans. Yet, despite centuries of foreign influence, the city was never erased. It absorbed these layers of history while maintaining its own identity, shaping a culture that still defines Muscat today. At the heart of this continuity stands the Sultan Qaboos Grand Mosque, one of the most significant architectural landmarks in Oman. Completed in 2001, after 6 years of construction, the mosque was built using over 300,000 tons of Indian sandstone and can accommodate up to 25,000 worshippers. Its design blends traditional Islamic architecture with refined modern craftsmanship. At the center of the main prayer hall hangs a massive Swarovski crystal chandelier, weighing over 8 tons and composed of thousands of intricately cut crystals. Below it stretches one of the world's largest hand-woven carpets, crafted by more than 600 artisans over 4 years, each knot tied entirely by hand. BIMMAH Sinkhole, locally known as Hawiyat Najm, or the Falling Star Well, is one of Oman's most fascinating natural wonders. According to local legend, it was formed when a meteorite struck the Earth thousands of years ago, leaving behind a deep, perfectly shaped crater. The water below is a rare mix of freshwater and seawater, filtered through underground channels, giving it a striking turquoise color that feels almost unreal. Scientists, however, explain it differently, as a natural limestone collapse formed over time. This contrast between myth and science adds to its intrigue. With no large-scale development surrounding it, the site remains quiet and largely untouched, preserving a sense of stillness and raw beauty. The DAYMANIYAT Islands remain one of Oman's best-kept secrets, often described as a hidden jewel of the Middle East. Scattered across the turquoise waters of the Gulf, this protected archipelago consists of 9 small islands, where the sea reveals an ecosystem of remarkable richness. The water here stands out with its striking turquoise hue. Beneath the surface, coral reefs stretch in intricate formations, creating a vibrant underwater landscape filled with life. Schools of tropical fish move through the reefs in constant motion. However, beyond its rich biodiversity, this archipelago quietly sustains one of the most important natural cycles in the region. DAYMANIYAT is a key nesting ground for green sea turtles in Oman. Each year, adult females return after long migrations across the ocean to lay their eggs on the very beaches where they were born. They use their flippers to dig deep nests, covering the eggs with warm sand before quietly retreating, leaving nature to take over. A few weeks later, hatchlings emerge from the sand and instinctively make their way toward the ocean, beginning a long cycle of growth and migration that can span decades. KAMZAR is a remote village located at the northern tip of Oman, separated from the rest of the country by rugged mountains and the waters of the Strait of Hormuz. This isolation has shaped a community unlike any other in Oman. The people here speak Kumzari, a rare language influenced by Persian, Arabic, and other coastal cultures, reflecting centuries of contact yet long periods of separation. The village itself is built tightly along narrow coastal strips, where houses rise directly from the rock, adapted to limited space and steep terrain. There are no roads connecting KAMZAR to the mainland. The only way to reach the village is by speedboat. Daily life here is closely tied to the sea, the waves, and the boats that move between them. Fishing remains the primary source of livelihood, shaping both the rhythm of life and the identity of the community. Wadi Bani KHALID appears where the desert unexpectedly surrenders to water. Deep within Oman's eastern mountains, springs flow year-round through a landscape shaped by heat, stone, and time. Clear turquoise pools gather beneath towering cliffs, creating one of the country's most remarkable natural oases. For centuries, travelers crossing the harsh interior relied on these waters for survival. Palm trees cluster along the valley floor, their roots reaching into moisture hidden beneath the desert. Fish drift through the still pools, while swallows circle above the canyon walls. Yet this peaceful scene was carved by violence. Rare storms rushed down the mountains, sending flash floods through the wadi with tremendous force. The same water that sustains life also reshapes the landscape. In a land defined by aridity, Wadi Bani KHALID stands as a reminder that survival in Oman has always depended on finding water where almost none should exist. Today, it also attracts visitors seeking beauty and tranquility. Misfat Al Abriyeen clings to the side of Oman's mountains like a village suspended between earth and sky. For more than 1,000 years, people have lived among these steep cliffs, building stone houses that rise layer upon layer above terraced fields. Water is the reason this settlement exists. Ancient Falaj irrigation channels carry spring water through the village, nourishing pomegranate trees, date palms, and crops in a landscape otherwise dominated by rock and drought. Narrow pathways wind between mud brick walls and shaded courtyards. Life moves slowly here, yet survival has never been easy. Every harvest depends on water carefully shared among families. In a region shaped by scarcity, Misfat Al Abriyeen stands as a testament to human ingenuity, proving that even the harshest mountains can become home when water, patience, and community endure. Oman does not try to impress at first glance. It does not overwhelm with spectacle or demand attention. Instead, it reveals itself slowly through the people who live in rhythm with the land, through traditions that have endured without needing to change, and through places where time feels layered rather than lost. From the silence of the desert to the cool air of the mountains, from ancient souks to remote coastal villages, what remains is not just beauty, but continuity. a way of life shaped by adaptation, patience, and deep understanding of the environment. In a world that moves faster each day, Oman offers something increasingly rare, a reminder that identity does not have to be loud to be lasting. Sometimes it is the quietest places that hold the strongest stories.